Hello and welcome to today's beading class. So in today's beading class, you're doing another bracelet, and you're going to need three different sizes of beads. 6 millimeters pearl beads. It could be in the same color or in different colors. I couldn't get the quantity I wanted in one color, so I chose to work with two shades that will match. And then you would need seed bead, which is a size 10 seed bead, and then you need a size 15 seed bead to make it. We are using 2 needles, and the length of our thread that we are using is 60 inches. Okay, the longer the better. So there we are. I'm going to start with 4 of my size 10 seed beads. That's the gray one. Okay, so I'm going to pick 4 of them. I'll pick 2 on one needle and the other 2 on the other needle. I'm going to send both of them down to the center of my thread, right down to the bottom here. Okay, I'm going to be crossing on this bead, so I'm going to bring one of my needle, that's the one that is opposite it, so the one on this end, that thread is what I'm going to use to cross this bead. So as you always know, I'm going to go that way. Okay, and then we pull our threads. Make sure that that bit is in the center, so make sure it's centered in your thread. So I'm sending it all the way down. You should have it looking like that. You should have it looking like this. Right, now the next step is you're going to pick one bead. So because I'm working with 2 shades of pearl beads, I'll start with this color first, one of this, then one of my size 15 seed bead, and another pearl bead. So one pearl bead, one size 15 seed bead, and one pearl bead on the left needle. Then on the right needle with the same color, one pearl bead, one size 15, and one pearl bead. So like this also on the right hand side. Okay, then I'll pick on one of my gray seed beads like that. Okay, I'm going to do a cross with it, so I'll bring my other needle and then do a cross like that. So you should have it looking like this. Okay, so the next step is to pick on my next shade, because I'm working with 2 different shades of pearl beads. So that will be this color now, one of that, one of my size 15, and then one of my pearl bead. So one pearl bead, one size 15, and then another pearl bead. So on the left needle, one pearl bead, one size 15 seed bead, and another pearl bead. Okay, to the other side as well. Then with one of my needles, could be the left or the right, pick on my size 10 seed bead, which for me is the gray one. Okay, and then make a cross with the other needle. So this is what I have. So I'm going to carry on till I have exhausted all of the pearl beads I have here, and at least I have one that will go around my wrist very well. So I'll carry on off camera, and then when I've finished doing all of that, I'll bring it back here. Okay, so this is what I have. Okay, I have done a set of 4 like that. 4. So let's count how many 4s I have done for the size of my wrist. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've done 13 of that. Okay, we started with the smaller 4 here. We're going to have to finish as well with the same 4 at the end. So I have one bead already in there, which we did a cross on to finish the last set of 4. I'm going to string on one seed bead on the left, one seed bead on the right, and then I'll string another one on the left. So let's do it, one here and another one here. Okay, I'm sending both of them down. Then I'll get one more and I'll do a cross on that one extra one, and then I'll do a cross on that one. Okay, so then we have them all looking the same from start to end. Okay, now I'm just going to stick my needle in my beading mat, and then we start weaving from here. So I'm going to bring my needle through this one. I've just picked on one of my needle, and for me, I've picked on the one on the right. I don't know which one you'll be picking on, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going into this bead here, then I'll come into this pearl bead, and then the little seed bead here. Okay, if you can see, like that. I'm going to pull all of them properly, then pick on 3 seed beads. So I'm picking on the three of my size 15 seed beads, like that, you can see. And then I'm coming back into my small seed bead here. Okay, I hope you can see it. And then I pull it, so I'm going to have it looking like that. Right, so I'm going to go through this pearl bead, okay, back into this pearl bead here. So I've gone through this pearl bead, and then through the small bead on this end. Right, I'm going to draw my thread, and get some of the threads out of the way here. Okay, so now I'm here. I'm going to pick on 3 seed beads. That is, now I'm just working with my size 15 seed beads, so 3 of that, as you can see. Then I'll come through the seed bead here again, like that, draw my thread, and then carry on. So I'm going to carry on filling in at every point where there is a small size 15 seed bead on the side. So I'm doing it for this side, and then I'll come back and use this thread to do it for this end as well, so on both sides. Okay, but I'll first finish with one side and then come and do the other side, or you can do them one at a time. You do for this side with this needle, put it in, and come and take this needle as well and do it for the other side. Okay, so this is it after weaving on both sides. So I have my threads coming out of each pearl bead. Okay, since our beading thread is short, let's try and end it here and then get a longer thread to continue with the next step. So I've just come out of this bead with my right needle. I'm going to go into this bead here. Okay, and try and end it somewhere here with both needles. Okay, I've brought my threads together. I'm going to cut it, make a knot at this bit here, a couple of times. Make sure that everything is quite firm. So I'm going to make a knot a couple of times, cut it and bend my ends to secure my thread right here. Okay. Cutting my thread at this end here. Okay, so we've ended it here. I've strung again another 60 inches of thread on 2 needles, right? I'm just going to keep the right one in my beading mat, and with this, the left one, I'm going to go through this bead here, right? So I've gone through that small bead, gray bead here. That is where I've gone through. I'm going to pull my thread and make sure that my thread is centered. Okay, so I'll pick on both needles and make sure that my thread is centered. Right, then we start beading. So I'm going to be stringing on 6 of my size 15 seed beads. So when you strung on your 6 beads, you're going to come into this small seed bead here. Okay, I'm going to lift it for you to see. So you're coming into this small seed bead, right? Pull your thread, string on again 6 of your size 15 seed beads, 3 3. Okay, so 6. This time around I'm coming through this bead here, right? Okay, so this is what you should have. And you string again 6 of your size. So we are just stringing in 6 size 15 seed beads. I have 4 now. I'm going to add 2 more, and I have 6 now. Okay, next I'm going to go through the small. So you're going through this one small bead at the end, which is this one here. So you're going through just this small bead here. Okay, then my next 6 will go through the middle. So it's going through here, and then my next 6 again will go through here. The next 6 will go through here. The next 6 will go through here. The next 6 will go through here. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 more steps, and then I'll go off camera to finish it off on my own, right? So my next 6, okay, is going to go, my needle is going to go through this center bead here like that. Okay, and then I'll pull it. Right, so we're going to have it going like this. Then the next 6, when I string on it, is going to go through here. Okay, right, here we are. So I've done this bit here with 1 thread. I'm going to pick on my next thread, which is this one here on my right. Okay, and then I'll repeat the same step that I did over here as well. So I'm going to pick on 6 seed beads, and my thread is coming from here, as you can see. So I'm going to put it over here into this small one here. So this is quite similar to something we've done in class before, but believe me, it's different from what you already know if you are in my class, right? So my next 6 is going to go through the center bead this way. Okay, now this is where it becomes a bit difficult to go through those beads. I hope I don't have to snap any of my. Right. This, you can see the shape. So let's carry on. My next 6 is going to come into this bead here, and I'm coming in the small bead. Okay, so this is what we have. We've not ended it here. Now I have both threads meeting at the top, so I'm going to pick on one thread for me, which is my right thread. Okay, and I'm going to start beading. So I'm going to pick on next 7 seed beads. Then I'm going to go through this seed bead here on the side. Okay, I hope you can see it. So I'm going through this bead on the side here, and then I'll pull it. Okay, so you're going to have this. You're going to have it looking like that. Then you go through this bead and this one. Okay, so the two on the sides here. Right, then you're going to string 7 more, and then you're going to go through the center bead. I'm going to go through that. Okay, so this is what you have. So I've come out of my small center bead here. I'm going to pick on 7 more. Okay, then I'll come through the side bead here. Right, that side bead should have it looking like that. Okay, go through this 2 small ones on the side again. Then string on another 7. Okay, so my thread is coming out of here. Okay, and then I'll string on my next 7. I'm going to try and find my center bead. I'm going to go in, out like this. Okay, so I'm coming out of here. I've strung on my 7. My needle is going to go this way and come out here. Right, okay. Now when I've done that, so you should have it like this. When I've done that, then I'll string again another 7. Another 7 that is going to go through this bit here. And go through all the side beads here. Right, string on another 7. Then I'm going to go through the small center bead in, out like this. Right, so I'm going to carry on and finish it on this side and then bring it the opposite way as well, and then we'll see the effect that way. Okay, so this is what we have. Right, I'm going to have to finish it off here at this point. I have all my threads meeting here at this point. I'm going to make a couple of knots to secure my thread in, and then I will cut it off and bend the ends. Then I'll slide some jam rings through the hole. Okay, I'm going to slide some jam rings through the hole, and then we are done with our bracelet. We've come to the end of today's class and hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave us the thumbs up and leave all your comments in the comment section below. And please subscribe if you've not already done that, and hit on the notification bell to be notified when a new video is uploaded. Until we meet again in our next video.